Hello there, I'm TV.com's TV guy, and this is Teletrivia. The trouble with history is that it's so long. It's hard to tell the whole story in one movie, but a whole TV series is too much. So a while back, some TV geniuses invented the miniseries, the perfect vehicle for adaptations of novels, memoirs, and epic histories, or to reboot classic shows. So here we go with 5 questions about recent miniseries. Stay tuned for the answers after the quiz. If you're retelling a famous story, the temptation is to try to get to everything, and so you end up skipping across the surface of history without going deep. In the Kennedys, we get Puppet Master Joe and skirt-chasing Jack and the most famous pink suit of all time, and everything else we already think we know. John Kennedy's secretary was Evelyn Lincoln. Who was Abraham Lincoln's secretary? A. Mildred Morris Templeton. B. Jack Straw. C. John Hay. D. Wallace Kennedy. London, England, 1936. War looms on the horizon as Edward VIII abdicates the throne to marry an American divorcee. Is it time for the King's Speech?
Shit and fuck and tits.
No. It's time for the return of the classic 1970s series, Upstairs, Downstairs, in a 3-part sequel. Jean Marsh returns as Rose Buck, and series co-creator Dame Eileen Atkins now plays Lady Maud Holland. Percy asks her driver Spago to take her along to hear whose speech? A. George VI. B. Adolf Hitler. C. Oswald Mosley. D. Joachim von Ribbentrop. Oh, the humanity. A 10-part miniseries is perfect if you've got an important message to deliver, like about how the Pacific theater of World War II was hell on earth for the Marine Corps. Bloody, muddy, horror upon horror, fucking sucking hell on earth. Oh, God, what will distract me from this unrelenting carnage? Wait a minute. You! Kid!
You look familiar!
Joseph Mazzello plays mortarman Eugene Sledge in the Pacific, a very young Marine who loses his innocence in the war and suffers from PTSD back at home. He's recently shown up in films like The Social Network.
Okay, ready? That was like an 8. That was like a 2. It was better than that. Yeah.
I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yikes.
And as a child actor appeared in movies like Radio Flyer and The River Wild. But that's not why he looks familiar. That's it. He was the kid in Jurassic Park. After he gets home from the war, Eugene Sledge tells his brother he won't ever do something again. What is it? A. Leave the Marine Corps. B. Talk to the men he fought with. C. Shoot a gun. D. Put on a uniform. Far From Heaven director Todd Haynes restores the mellow to the drama in his sumptuous period piece starring Kate Winslet and a psychotic Evan Rachel Wood. Which major plot point from the 1945 film is conspicuously absent from the book and the new miniseries? A. The murder of Monty Barragan. B. The prostitution arrest of Mildred Pierce. C. Mildred beating her daughter Vida with a hanger. D. The death of Mildred's younger daughter, Ray. From the opening disclaimer, this French miniseries tells us it's a substantially fictionalized account of the life of Ilich Ramirez Sanchez, better known as the infamous terrorist Carlos. Yet this very admission allows this explosive story, punctuated by flashes of French New Wave style and British post-punk, to hew closely to an authentic history, while giving us an intimate look at a once towering criminal sliding into dissolution and irrelevance. What nickname do the Sudanese give to Carlos? A. The Jackal. B. The Phantom. C. The Shadow. D. The Batman.
Reruns!
So did you hang on to the bitter end? Kennedy's secretary was Lincoln, and Lincoln's secretary was John Hay. The old story that he had a secretary named Kennedy is a myth. Upstairs, Percy wants to go with downstairs Spago to
hear Oswald Mosley speak at the town hall.
After the Pacific, Eugene Sledge tells his brother,
I don't believe I will ever put on a uniform again.
In the book and miniseries Mildred Pierce, nobody murders Monty Barragan, even if they want to. The Islamic guide of the Sudanese regime asks Carlos,
Do you know what we call you? The Phantom.
Private Leckie, what did you fight for?
You know what I fought for?
Television.
Television. Thanks for your service, Marine. As you were.